Hello, guys, and welcome to day number 13 of 21 Days to Live Your Authentic Life Challenge. Yes, we are at day number 13. So first of all, guys, thank you so much for everybody that has joined the challenge and that is working day by day to complete your action assignment. So by the end of these 21 days, you have started to shift your mindset. I just saw an email this morning before I got on live, and it was from a woman who said her good girlfriend had invited her into the challenge and they are doing the challenge together. So I encourage you, if you have your friends or your family members that would benefit from doing the challenge, then invite them to join with you so you guys can do it together and hold each other accountable. Again, it is a 21 days to live your authentic life challenge, and every day once you register, you're going to receive a video like the one today with an action assignment for you to apply and do in your life immediately so that you can start seeing results. You can register for the challenge at trenesmith.com/authentic. That is trenesmith.com/authentic. So for those of you that I do not know and we have not connected yet, let me introduce myself. I am T. Renee Smith. I am the founder of the Authentic Woman's Inner Circle, where we teach you how to build a profitable business, raise extraordinary kids, rekindle that fire in your marriage, all while staying true to yourself and to your values. Yes, that is a tongue twister, but it's so many of us that go really, really hard in our business or career, and maybe our families, our marriages, relationship with our kids are suffering a bit, or vice versa. Maybe we go so hard with our families and our spouses, and we forget ourselves and we lose our value. That is really the purpose of this challenge. It's helping you to shed and get rid of what everybody else wanted for you, the expectations of everybody, all these voices in your head of what everybody wants you to do, and getting back to the core root of you and who you are and what you want in your life. So welcome to day number 13, which is all about shifting your mindset to attract purpose, peace, and prosperity in your life. And as I say it often, you will never ever outgrow your mindset. So however you think and whatever your perceptions and your beliefs are, that is what is going to show up in your life. So before we jump right in, I always like to do a recap from yesterday, which was day number 12 in discovering your purpose. Yesterday was such a very interesting day. By the end of the video, my son had jumped into the video and was giving his opinion. So as you see, guys, this is real TV, no scripted here, nothing scripted here. So yesterday when we were talking about discovering your purpose, so many people think that it is a grand or a big event, but really what I've come to realize in my own life and working with my clients is if you go back and you look over your life and you're introspective of what has happened in your life, your purpose is going to be discovered by looking at clues and looking at incidences. So we talked about 5 different ways to help you to discover your purpose. Number 1 was looking at the passions that you had as a child. What were those things that you really loved to do as a child that have stuck with you? When you're a child, that's when you're creative, you're imaginary, you have this big imagination, and you don't know any limits and boundaries. It's before adults or life has told you that you cannot do something. So the first thing you want to do is to look into what your childhood passions were. Number 2, you want to look at your gifts, your skills, and your abilities. What are you really good at? What comes natural to you? What is very easy to you? What gives you that passion and that drive when you just wake up in the morning and you want to do it? You would do it for free. You do it all day long, and you get caught and captivated when you are doing it, and you could be doing it for 20 hours and it seems like it's only been 30 minutes. So that's number 2. Number 3 is you want to look at what coincidences. And yesterday I was saying coincidental. It is coincidences. What coincidences have you had in your life? What are things that keep showing up? What are things that keep occurring? What type of people keep coming in your life? Who wants to constantly be around you and needs your help and wants you to pour into them? So look at your coincidences, okay? The 4th thing that you want to look at are experiences in your life. Life experiences that keep happening, whether it's positive or negative. And yesterday I shared with you some of from my experiences. And then fifth, you want to look at what have you been delivered from that you want to help deliver somebody else from, or you want to serve as their hero. What negative or positive thing have you gone through that you can now help somebody else go through? So when you sit and you look at those 5 areas, those are going to help you to figure out what your purpose is. What is the legacy that you want to leave? When somebody is at your tombstone and they're reading it, what do you want to have on there? So those are all key. So make sure that you listen to the video on yesterday talking about discovering your passion, and make sure you do your action assignment. So again, if you're not registered, that's going to be at tReneeSmith.com/authentic, tReneeSmith.com/authentic. All right, so today, in talking about shifting your mindset to attract more purpose, more peace, and more prosperity, before we go into 3 or 4 mindset shifts that are critical for you to make, I want to kind of bring everything together that we've talked about over the last 12 days on this 21-day challenge. And the biggest thing throughout everything, regardless of what we're talking about, whether it's visualization or setting priorities and boundaries, etc., it's all about shifting your mindset to be aligned with what it is that you want in life. So shift means to, number 1, start with your vision and your mission. And that was one of the very first assignments that we did, which was called the Vision Quadrant, where we sat down and we created the vision for every area of our lives, for ourself, our self-care, our spiritual connection, for our marriage, for our family, and then for our business or career. So you always have to start with your vision and coming up with that personal mission statement for yourself, because that is going to be the guiding principle for your life. So as in shifting your mindset is starting with your vision and your personal mission. The H is going to be for healing your mind, body, and soul. And the reason why that is so important is because a lot of times we take emotional baggage and emotional toxin into our relationships, our marriage, our business, or career. So we never get healed properly from things that have happened to us in our past, and it continues to show up in our life. So H is going to be for heal your mind and your body. Okay, and your soul. Then you're going to have your I. This is so important. This is talking about investing in cultivating a spiritual practice. And earlier this week, we went through the importance of cultivating a spiritual practice, what it is, and how you do it. That spiritual practice is tapping into your connection and building it with God or your higher power. It also helps you deal with strengthening your intuition, being able to hear from the Holy Spirit and following your gut, etc. So I is going to be investing in a spiritual practice, which is very, very important. Then you have F, which is all about forgiving yourself and others. When we talked about forgiveness, we talked about how when you forgive yourself and when you forgive others, then you're going to release toxins in your body and you're going to release yourself from the past. You're not going to be held hostage to it any longer, and you are going to be able to live free. And the last thing is T, which is take time to discover your purpose, which we talked about on yesterday. Okay, so those are the key areas in shifting your mindset to shift your life to be able to attract purpose and peace and prosperity. So today we're just going to go over a few mindset shifts that will completely change your life. Because remember, the way that you're seeing your life, the way that you're perceiving things that happen in life, that is what is going to be attracted into you. So the first mindset shift I want to talk to you about is love versus fear. And all of these mindset shifts that I'm talking to you about have come from the belief spectrum that I created and I work with my clients on. So guys, this is a look, I don't know if you guys can see it, of the belief spectrum. And do you see all of these beliefs? And a lot of times we don't understand why we have things manifested in our life, but it's because of how we believe. And so on this spectrum, you have on the right side, positive beliefs, and then you have all the way on the left side, negative beliefs. So we do an assessment when I first start working with my clients to determine, are you focused more on the positive or are you focused more on the negative? Because whichever way you lean to is what's going to happen in your life. So the first mindset shift that we want to talk about is, how do you see this world? Do you see it positively or do you see it negatively? If you see it positive, then regardless of what the situation is, you're going to find the good in it. You're going to find the lesson in it. So it goes to is the glass half full or half empty? If you lean more towards positive, it's going to be half full. If you lean more towards the negative, it's going to be half empty. So the first mindset shift that you need to make is, are you seeing the world positively or negatively? And when I say the world, is every area of your life, your marriage, your relationships, yourself, your business, your career. Do you look at yourself positively or negatively? Do you have a positive self-esteem, a positive self-worth, positive value, or do you see yourself negatively? The second mindset shift that you want to make is do you see the world through the eyes of love? Do you see the world through the eyes of fear? If you see the world through the eyes of love, you are open, you are giving, you are receptive. If you see the world as through fear, you're scared, you're closed, you're defensive. And so I gave this example several days back. If you're walking in fear, your hand is closed. So if you see your fist, nothing can get in, nothing can get out, right? If you're living in love, then it's open. Things are easy to flow in. Things are easy to flow out. So when you're walking in love, there's no competition because you know who you are. You know your worth. You know your value. If you're walking in fear, then you think that there's not enough and that I have to take from somebody else so I can give to somebody else. So that's not true. So are you walking in love? Are you walking in fear? The third mindset shift you want to make, are you walking in acceptance or are you walking in judgment? Do you accept people for who they are? Don't have all these expectations over them and you let people be who they are. Or are you walking in judgment? You're trying to change who they are. You're criticizing everything that you do. You always have something to say. So again, you want to lean towards acceptance versus judgment because whatever you seed you sow, whatever belief you sow, whatever behavior you sow, that is what's going to be reaped into your life. So if you're sowing judgment, you're going to reap judgment. If you're sowing unforgiveness, you're going to reap unforgiveness. But if you're sowing forgiveness, if you're sowing love, if you're sowing acceptance, then that is what you're going to reap. The third mindset shift, or is it the fourth mindset shift that you want to do? Are you living in scarcity? Or are you living in abundance? And when I say living, I'm not even talking about what's in the physical manifestation in the world, but where are you mentally? Because first you have to get there mentally before you get there or see it physically. So are you on the spectrum of scarcity or are you on the spectrum of abundance? So abundance simply means that whatever your needs are, they're going to be met. Whatever resources you need, you're going to have. You're going to have the time, the energy. You're going to have everything that you need in abundance to do what you need to do. If you're living in scarcity is, ooh, I only have enough money to pay my rent. Ooh, money's hard to come by. Ooh, money doesn't grow on trees. So whatever your belief is, which is probably rooted in how you grew up and the experiences that you had, that's what you're going to have in your life. So notice whatever you're saying about money is going to show up. And this all goes back to your money blueprint and how you see money. In future videos, we're going to talk about your money blueprint. But based on your thoughts, is going to determine the type of finances that you have. Okay. The next mindset shift that you want to make is, are you walking in courage or are you walking in shame? When I was on the prayer call yesterday, my business girlfriend and I would do a prayer call every day at 8 a.m. And as soon as I jump off this live, I'm going to go to the prayer call. And one thing that we were praying about on yesterday was walking in your testimonial. Talk your testimony, not being ashamed, but being courageous and bold about what God has delivered you from. So not being shameful about what has happened, even if it was something that was very tragic, but knowing that your testimony is going to be the thing that frees somebody else. Okay. So you want to find out if you are walking in courage, really talking about the things that have happened to you, talking about what it is that you want, or are you walking in shame? Okay. And then the last mindset shift that we're going to talk about today, and I only wanted to give you a couple because look at how many it is. So So I didn't want to overwhelm you, so I just wanted to do like the top 5. The last one is going to be acceptance or rejection. Is that right? No, we talked about acceptance and rejection. It's going to be action or excuses. What type of belief system do you have? Are you one that just dreams and you just dream big, but there are never any actions behind it and you just simply make excuses? So are you action taking or action oriented or action taker, or are you excuses? So if you're excuses, that simply means that yeah, you have dreams, yes, you have goals, but you're not going to put the action behind it to make it happen. If you're excuses driven, then you're not going to take the action that is required. And if you're action taker, regardless of what happens, what comes up in your life, you're going to make it happen. And this could be in your marriage, your relationship, your business, your career. So remember, these mindset shifts are about every area of your life. So doing a recap for today is all about shifting your mindset to shift your life, to be able to attract more purpose, more prosperity, more peace in your life. Those 3 things, peace, prosperity, purpose, you have to pursue them. It's not just going to happen. And when you shift your mindset, that's what's going to make them be attracted into your life, because when you shift the way that you think, you're going to shift the words that you say. And when you shift the words and change the words you say, you're going to change your actions. When you change your actions, it's going to change your habits. And when you change your habits, it's going to change your character and your destiny of what shows up in your life. So the biggest takeaway from today is you have to shift your mindset to shift your life. So it starts internally first before you will ever see it externally. So your action assignment for today is to go back and look at the key areas that I talked about for shifting your mindset, whether it be action taker, excuse, you're positive or you're negative, you're walking in love, you're walking in fear, all of those things, and determine which side of the spectrum are you on and make a change today if you're on the negative side to go on the positive side. So make sure that you take time to go over those. If you are interested in taking the full belief spectrum, just shoot me a message and I'll be more than happy to schedule a time to talk with you about it. So guys, today is day number 13, shifting your mindset so that you can attract more peace and prosperity and purpose in your life. So day number 13 of the 21 days to live your authentic life challenge. If you have not registered, make sure that you register so that you can get these videos and action assignments in your email daily. Register at trenesmith.com/authentic, trenesmith.com/authentic. Hey, Christopher, how are you? You are an action taker and you're moving towards your purpose in your life. And thank you for your vision. Oh, Christopher, thank you so much. And guys, the reason why I do this is because I know so many of us are wanting to go to that next level, and we always focus on external things. And that's what so many coaches and so many people are teaching out there. Hey, let's get this money. Let's make 6 figures. Let's this, let's that. And not really discussing the work, like the internal work that has to be done in order to make it happen. So this is my gift to you in this 21-day challenge to help you to start doing the inner work to be able to see external results in your life. So thank you so much to everybody that has joined. If this video has blessed you and has served you, please share it on to your friends, to your family, and invite them to join in this challenge, because after these 21 days, their life and their mindset will be different. All right, guys, I am T. Renee Smith, founder of the Authentic Woman's Inner Circle, where we teach you how to build profitable businesses, raise extraordinary kids, rekindle that fire in your marriage, all while staying true to yourself and to your values. Hey, Tanya, good morning. I'm excited about the journey we're going to take together. Yes, Tanya! Tanya's one of my new clients, and we have her first coaching session on Monday. So Tanya, get ready. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. All right, guys, if you're not registered for the challenge, register at trenesmith.com/authentic, and I will see everybody tomorrow right back here. And Tanya, I will see you tomorrow morning. Get ready, because your life is never going to be different. And what I always like to say in closing is, remember that there is greatness on the inside of you, just kicking and screaming to get out. And when you let your light shine and when you walk in your purpose, it gives others the permission to do the same. So let's not be selfish and keep our purpose, our testimony, and all that God has done in our life to ourselves. Let it come out, let it shine, and let it bless other people. Because when you show up, and when you open your mouth and when you serve, you are the answer to somebody else's problem. So now let's get rid of fear. Let's get rid of doubt. Let's get rid of shame. And let's walk in our purpose so that we can be world changers together. Chris, thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Everybody, thank you for joining. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.